day. Come for a nice walk up to a place called the Chattri Memorial, which is for Indian soldiers that served in either World War One or World War Two. I can't remember now. And they had a camp here. They were based down in Brighton, where Prince Regent is now. And I think they looked after some of the wounded from the war. And when these guys obviously died, I think some of their ashes were placed up this Chattri. So it's like a big memorial to them up there, scattered amongst some woods and whatnot. So I figured I'd give you a little bit of a rundown of where we are. White building just above my finger there, that's the Chattri, that's where we're on our way to now. And then you've got the Ditch and Beacon South Downs Way that runs all the way along to the top there and then comes back round. Just in the hills here you have these folds just next to the telegraph pole there called lynchets, and that's Neolithic age farming. And this area used to be just trees before they got their little mitts on it and started farming the land. But you can still see the remnants of some of the lynchets. They're there still. They're the sort of lighter brown patches. As you come round this way, you've got that's Hollingbury in the distance there, and then come straight down to the middle. You've got Patcham, and then of course you've got the seafront with Sussex Heights in the middle. What's that one they're called? The Embassy, and then you've got the I-360 poking its head out there just amongst the clouds. And then swinging around here you've got some woodland there. I forget the name of what that's called now. And then you've got the A27 bypass that streams down through next to Waterhall. And then you've got the rest of the Devil's Dyke Road, which is the ridge all the way across, and then disappears out of sight. The dyke is somewhat in that distance over that way. And then you've got the local cows. The Chattri, Brighton. The Chattri is a war memorial in the English city of Brighton Hove, and it is sited 500 feet above the city on the South Downs, above the suburb of Patcham, and is accessible only by bridleway. It stands on a site where a number of Indian soldiers have fought for the British Empire, where they were cremated during the First World War. The structure has a Grade 2 listed status, reflecting its architectural and historic importance. In August 1915, soon after the last cremations at the Ghat site, a lieutenant in the Indian Medical Service and the Mayor of Brighton, Sir John Otter, planned the establishment of a memorial to the soldiers who had died in Brighton. Lieutenant Gupta made the proposal, but Otter took on the project almost single-handedly after leaving his position as Mayor. He chaired Brighton's Indian Memorials Committee, and in December 1915 he made a proposal to the Indian Office for a memorial on the Ghat site and another in Brighton Town Centre. Sir Austin Chamberlain, the Secretary of State for India, agreed this in February 1916. The Chattri was unveiled on the 1st of February 1921 by Edward, Prince of Wales. The Chattri was built at the exact location where the funeral pyres were constructed for the cremation of 53 soldiers. This is an isolated, windswept position on the South Downs 500 feet above Brighton. The only accesses are from a path of the bridleway between the A27 Brighton bypass at Patcham and the Clayton Windmills at the top of the Downs. The bridleway, which at that point runs along a ridge between Hogtrough Bottom and Deep Bottom, is part of the Sussex border path, and the Chattri is at the northern extremity of the city of Brighton and Hove on the border with Mid-Sussex district of West Sussex. White marble from Sicily was used for the body of the memorial, and it sits on a plinth of grey stone which stands over 3 blocks of granite which cover the slabs used during the cremations. The Chattri takes the form of a tall domed pavilion rising to 29 feet or 8.8 metres to the finale at its apex. The base is square, and the 8 columns carrying the dome start with square bases before becoming octagonal halfway up. The base of the dome is then octagonal, and the plinth bears an inscription of English, Hindi, Punjabi and Urdu, the text of which is prepared by Sanjay Otter. To the memory of all Indian soldiers who gave their lives for the King Emperor in the Great War, this monument, erected in the site of the funeral pyre where Hindus and Sikhs who died in the hospital at Bright passed through the fire, with his grateful admiration and brotherly love dedicated. Right, so we started off here, back underneath this map with the car park, not much further down, and then we made our way up to here, which is the Chattri, and now we've made our way up here, and I was on my way to Pangleen Holt, which is this section of green here, but I got to the gate system here and it was actually a private land. And it's a private road that runs down towards Pangleen Farm here. So I'm now currently sat in this small section of green here. With nowhere else to go currently. So that's the route I've taken. I could go a little bit further up to a lower standing down here. And there's a place over here, but that's on the side of a hill going down. As you can see, that's the South Downs or the Sussex Way. It goes up towards Ditchling and Beacon, which is along this route. Sorry, this route here. And then you've got the dips that go down into the valley, into the Weald. So I think what I might do is come back down to the Chattri, and I noticed that there was these hawthorn bushes here, but just here there's a little clearing that I could probably get into, drop in for a cup of tea and sit in there for a bit. So that's where I'll go. Waiting for my quinoa and sorry, is it quinoa or quinoa and rice to warm up. Coffee over there, obviously. I've also got cheeky mince pie. Just want to say a big thanks and a shout out to my friends Gareth and Zoe, Wild Camps, and also to Viking Outdoors. Bear Tog. Thanks very much for the shout out, mate. I haven't actually watched the video yet because I'm outside, but I've been notified by Gareth and Zoe, so I thought I'd give them a good shout as well. So thanks for that, buddy. I'll watch that video as soon as I get indoors. In the meantime, just going to sit here and enjoy the beautiful weather and the peace and quiet. Special. Thanks for watching another one of my videos. Forget to hit the subscribe and like button. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.